Welcome to 2198. The world is now controlled by 6 supercorporations that replaced countries. After the fall of the United States, China, and the European Union, these corporations were at war. The world was divided into 3 alliances, and at the end of the 3rd decade of the 22nd century, the leaders of the 6 great corporations made a pact to put an end to the fighting and form a single system to control humanity through technology. They named themselves the corporation, and their system the spectrum, the whole of humanity living under the spectrum's control. Cities became giant intertwined skyscrapers filled with artificial intelligence wires, turned into a huge screen to broadcast messages of obedience, and everyone was planted with a chip to monitor their mind, heart, and even desires. But there was one, a boy who was rejected by the system. Nick Zero, a vague hacker living outside the law without an official identity. He was just 14 years old when he was expelled from the system for having an emotional code, a sequence of data that makes him feel and increase, suffer more, imagine. This is forbidden. Emotions are not supposed to exist in the New World Order. The system does not tolerate such bugs. Nixera lived in the lower tunnels of society, stealing data and tampering with systems in search of one thing, the Gate of Return, a legendary door said to lead to an unattended dimension. An area called Exile. Exile? In the lowest levels of the network, Nick discovers a hidden file containing a personal signature from someone he doesn't know, a name from the past, Alan Wackham, his father. His father who announced his death and the purification of the feelings in 2175. This is where the journey of madness begins. A man with nothing to lose. A quest for identity and a world full of phantoms. An incredible love story. Some may say it's just another cyberpunk story, but no, this story goes deeper, allowing us to connect with its characters on a more profound level. So buckle up, dear viewer, and get ready to experience what could be one of the most exciting stories ever told. Are you ready? Let's go! Nick wanders through the ruins of the old city, looking for traces of his father. In the midst of the digital desert, he encounters Aurea, a strange girl who seems to come from the past, literally. She is a digital copy of his ex-lover who existed in the system before being deleted. But Aurea has become aware of her own existence and decides to leave the regime and join Nick. Their relationship was a fire in the cold, a struggle between nostalgia and danger. Every kiss between them was not only forbidden, but also threatened with evaporation. As they fight against the system, they discover that exile is not a place, but a moment when all signals are off and the brain is restarted. Nick's determination grows as he fights against the system. But with each step, he risks losing himself. The line between hero and villain blurs. Nick is forced to confront his demons and make difficult decisions. Meanwhile, the system is not idle. It uses all its power to stop Nick. From code assassins to memories that torment him, Nick faces many dangers, but he is not alone. With every new ally, he becomes stronger and more determined. Nick and Aurea's rebellion inspires hope in people who live under the system's control. People begin to question their reality and demand change. The system's grip on society begins to weaken and cracks appear. As Nick gets closer to his goal, the system fights back with all its might. Digital assassins chase him through the neon-lit streets. Memories of his past haunt him, trying to pull him back into the system's embrace. But Nick is not one to back down. He fights back, hacking into the system's mainframe and rewriting its code. The truth behind the system's creation is revealed, showing how those who created it seek only control and power over humanity. The stakes are raised when the system's leaders are revealed. Nick must face them in a battle of wits and technology to break the system and free humanity. This is the story of a man who dared to question everything. The story of a rebel who changed the course of history. This is the story of a love that defied the boundaries of reality. The system is collapsing, but Nick's fight is not over yet. He must find a way to destroy it completely and restore humanity's freedom. Nick is willing to pay any price to save humanity. He faces his greatest fear, confronts his past and makes the ultimate sacrifice to defeat the system and break the chip. He knows that by doing so, he will disappear, but he doesn't care. He has found the meaning of life in the struggle for freedom. Nick is ready to do whatever it takes to win. He infiltrates the system's core and launches a final attack. The system fights back, unleashing its most powerful weapon against him. But Nick is prepared. He uses all his skills and knowledge to overcome the system's defenses and break its core. As the system collapses, Nick broadcasts the signal that will break the chips of everyone under the system's control. Millions of people wake up for the first time, freed from the system's grip. Nick watches as people begin to reclaim their freedom and rebuild society. He knows that his sacrifice has paid off. But as the system collapses, Nick's body begins to shut down. He knows that his time is running out. But before he disappears, he leaves a message for humanity. He tells them that the system is gone, but they must be vigilant and never allow another system to control them. He warns them of the dangers of technology and the importance of preserving humanity's freedom. And then Nick disappears. His body is found by Arya and she weeps over his grave. She understands the magnitude of his sacrifice and vows to honor his memory. The people who had woken up gather round Nick's grave. They mourn the loss of their hero, but they are grateful for his sacrifice. They know that without him, they would still be enslaved by the system. Yuspa's and Nick's legend grows. He becomes a symbol of hope and freedom for future generations. And as long as his story is told, his spirit will live on. But wait, the story doesn't end here. In fact, it's just beginning. Because in a dark corner of the internet, Nick's face appears every night on a blurred screen. He says exile is inside you, but you need to open it. Then he asks, "Is this really the one you chose?" And the screen goes black. Who is this mysterious figure? Is Nick really gone or is he still watching over humanity? What is the secret of exile? Is it really inside us? What other mysteries lie dormant in the depths of the system? We don't know. What's clear is that the story of Nick Zero, the man who broke the system, will continue to unfold in future episodes. And we can't wait to see what happens next. What do you think? What do you want to see in the next episode? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our future videos. Until next time.